learn how to quickly make this stunning wreath on... Hey, Ma! The first thing I did was take a willow wreath frame and wire it to a wire wreath frame. This could have been glued as well, but I had thin wire and I used that. Both of these, well actually all of these, the wire and the two frames were purchased from the dollar store. Because I knew that this was going to be a summer wreath, I wanted to use tropical garland leaves to decorate it. So I did find this. It's nice. It looks like a pothos or some type of variegated pothos. And I just took that and weaved it around the outside of the wreath. At the end there is this little circle, if you can see there, it's like a hoop, and I was able to connect the two by putting one of the ends through the other to keep it in place. I did later go around with some glue, with some hot glue, and glue the leaves in place for some areas where I wanted the leaves to show. They were just so pretty. I didn't want them hidden behind the wreath. Now I'm ready for the flowers. I had these beautiful gladiolas that kind of inspired everything. I had some calla lilies, some yellow roses, I believe. They're kind of rose, yeah, yellow with orange blush on there. And they labeled these tiger lilies. Okay. And these kind of fancy looking lilies. They have sparkle on them. But I needed a little sparkle. A little sparkle. So all I'm doing with the gladiolas first, because it's just beautiful the way that it is, I had the idea of kind of wrapping it around the wreath frame. So I'm just actually putting the edge, putting the end, kind of weaving that inside and using the wire frame to keep the flowers in place. I didn't want to put a whole bunch of glue and things that might show, so I used the glue very sparingly. Next, I wanted to have the calla lilies kind of cradling the inside of the wreath, so I did wire these in place. From time to time you'll see that I do take some time to arrange the flowers so that they would look, well, purposeful. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe to Hey Maaa and like the video. We try to post 3 times a week, and that would be craft videos, how-tos, and DIYs for around the home and garden. Once I was happy with how the calla lilies were placed, I moved on to the next flower, and I decided to cut the stems for the remaining flowers so that I could put them in different places around the wreath. My idea for the wreath was to mainly focus on the left side and have it kind of cascading down the left. I do have something that I want to put on the right hand side, so I put some flowers there, but I mostly focus on the left side of the wreath. In the end, this will keep it balanced. You'll notice that some of the stems are pretty long on these lilies. I do go back later and cut them down with the wire cutters, but I wanted to keep them as long as possible because I didn't know how I was going to weave them in the willow wreath or on the wire wreath behind it. Again, I was trying to reduce the amount of glue that I needed to use. So the final flower I'm adding, or second to final, are these yellow roses, and that balances out that vibrant red-orange color. And because it does have a touch of orange in the center, it also brings it all together. It's got the yellow from the calla lilies, the orange-red from the lilies. See, these are the lilies that have like sparkle. I think I bought them as part of a Christmas decoration, but I love it here. Now this is beautiful the way that it is. You can put a bow on this and hang it up, and that is a perfect spring or summer wreath. But I had this beautiful birdhouse wind chime that I wanted to use on something. So it matched perfectly, and I also attached that with a wire, but I did glue it in a couple of places in the back to keep it from twisting around too much and have it placed where I wanted it. This wind chime has a hook on it, so I didn't have to permanently affix it to the wreath at all. I could have just hooked it on the top and let it dangle in the middle. Finally, I'm using what's left of the roses and the lilies to fill out any empty spots and just to balance the wreath overall so it looks nice. Again, I went through the wreath and made sure that if there were any loose flowers or anything like that, I glued them down. Finally, I took these stickers that I got from the dollar store. They're kind of 3D stickers of butterflies, and what you saw me do right there was I just tear off the top wings. I know it's horrible, I'm tearing the wings off the butterflies, but they still have the other sticker wings. So they have actually 4 wings each, and I'm just taking the top 2 because those are kind of 3D and they don't have stickiness on the back. So I'm gluing a couple of them and just gluing them around hidden in the flowers. So if someone comes to your door and they're knocking at your door, they can look at this kind of hidden butterfly surprise wreath. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are inspired by our craft videos, please like the video. If our DIYs motivate you to do it yourself, please consider subscribing to Hey Maaa. This is really the end. Thank you for staying till the end. Until next time, bye.